So all of you read this theorem, Green's theorem in xy plane. Okay, so it says let R be a closed and bounded region in xy plane. What is R? R is here. R is a closed and bounded region in xy plane. Okay, bounded by a curve C. So this boundary, the blue one, is the boundary of this closed and bounded region. So I'm giving orientation to this boundary C. Okay, consisting of finitely many smooth curves. Okay, it can consist of one smooth curve, it can consist of several smooth curves. Okay, let f1 and f2 be continuous functions. These are f1 and f2. These two are continuous functions having continuous first order partial derivatives. What are the first order partial derivatives of f1 and f2? F1 first order partial derivative is dou f1 by dou x, dou f2 by dou y. F2 first order partial derivative is dou f2 by dou x, dou f2 by dou y. Okay, so all the first order partial derivatives of f1 and f2 must be continuous. Also f1 f2 are continuous on this closed and bounded region are bounded by C. If that is the case, integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy is equal to double integral over R dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dx. So Green's theorem establishes the relation between line integral and double integral. Green's theorem establishes the relation between line integral and the double integral. What it says, integrating over the boundary is same as integrating over the plane region. Integrating over the plane region. Okay, so that is what the Green's theorem says. Okay, now we'll see how to apply that Green's theorem. We'll see how to apply that Green's theorem to solve the problems. Okay, so we did some problems earlier. Okay, we'll see those problems again. Okay, so see, come back to the first problem. First problem is okay, this. Okay, and this is a simple closed curve. You can see this is a simple closed curve in xy plane. So instead of doing the line integration, now we would like to do the problem by using Green's theorem. Okay, so what I'm telling, I'm going to verify the result by using Green's theorem. Okay, so verification of Green's theorem. Verification of Green's theorem. Okay. Okay, so we'll quickly draw the curve. So our curve is like this. It is in xy plane, bounded by this right line and the parabola. Okay, this is our curve, and the interior region is called as R. Let us call this as R. Okay, so this is y equal to x square, and this is y equal to x. The points of intersection is 0 0 and 1 comma 1. Okay, so the orientation is given like this. Orientation must be along this. This is called C. Okay, now what is f1, what is f2? Okay, we need to compute the partial derivatives. So our integration is integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy is equal to integral over C. What is f1? Xy plus y square dx, xy plus y square dx plus what is f2? X square dy, x square dy. Okay, always remember that. Okay, dx coefficient is f1, dy coefficient is f2. F1 dx plus f2 dy. Sometimes it may be written f2 dy plus f1 dx. Okay, so always correct, always consider dy coefficient as f2. and dx quotient is x1. Therefore f1 equal to xy plus y square, and f2 is equal to x square. Compute the partial derivatives. Dou f1 by dou y. What is dou f1 by dou y? X plus 2y. And what is dou f2 by dou x? Dou f2 by dou x is 2x. Dou f2 by dou x is 2x. Okay. Therefore, okay, double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. Okay, this is integral. What is dou f2 by dou x? 2x minus dou f1 by dou a is x plus 2y. Okay, so this dA can be written as dy dx or dx dy. Here let me write it as dx dy form. So in that case I have to write x limits of integration here. Here I have to write down y limits of integration. For x limits of integration we need to draw a line parallel to x axis. So draw a line parallel to x axis. Okay, see where it is entering and leaving. Now you can see entering through straight line, entering through straight line and leaving through parabola. So what is the value of x on the straight line? Value of x on the straight line is
1.
Y.
value of x on straight line is y, and it is leaving through parabola, and the parabola value of x is, see here,
Root
root y,
1.
root y. Okay, and y, what are the minimum value? What is the minimum value of y? 0, and maximum value of y is 1. So you just have to find out the double integration of this. Okay, so double integral. Okay, therefore double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dx dy is equal to double integral. What is the integrand? 2x minus x is x, so x minus 2y. Okay, x minus 2y dx dy. X varies from y to root y, and y varies from 0 to 1. Integrate this 0 to 1. Integration of x with respect to x is x square by 2 minus 2y into 2y is a constant. When you are integrating with respect to x, this is going to be 2yx with the limits from y to root y dy. Substitute the limits and simplify. 0 to 1. 1 by 2 into root y whole square is y minus 2y into root y, that is upper limit, minus lower limit is going to be y square by 2 minus 2y square. Okay, this whole thing you have to integrate with respect to y. So this is going to be 0 to 1. What is the highest power? 1 by 2 minus 2 is minus 3 by 2. Minus into minus 3 by 2 y square. Next minus 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. 2 y power 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 y dy. So this is going to be 0 to 1. Integration of y square is y cube by 3. 3 3 gets cancelled. So 1 by 2 y cube. I think because we are doing integration, no need to put this integral again. So now integration is 1 by 2 y cube minus 2 into y power 3 by 2 integration is y power 5 by 2 by 5 by 2 plus 1 by 2 y square by 2 with the limits from 0 to 1. Simplification, 1 by 2 minus 2 into 1 by 1 by 5 by 2 is 2 by 5 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 1 by 4. Lower limit is anyway going to be 0. So what is the simplification? 20. Okay, 20 10 minus 4 4s are 16 plus 4 5s are, so 15 minus 16 is minus 1 by 20.
Minus 1 by 20.
Is this the value we got? See,
Yes,
minus
sir.
1 by 20. So from this, what is your conclusion? Therefore, Green's theorem is, Green's theorem is verified. Is that okay? Now how the problems will be asked in exams. Okay, so you may be asked to evaluate the line integral. If you're asked to evaluate the line integral, you have the choice. Okay, you can apply the method of your choice. Either you apply you find out line integral like this, or you convert this line integral into double integral by applying a Green's theorem. Okay, then get the answer. The advantage of Green's theorem is with single evaluation, with single integral, you can get the answer for most of the problems. Sometimes you may have to partition also. And whereas if the question is asked to verify Green's theorem, if you're asked to verify Green's theorem, that means what? You have to find out LHS, you have to find out RHS, and show that LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, that means you have to show that you have to compute integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy, and you have to compute double integral dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y, and show that both are equal, LHS must be equal to RHS. Then only this result is going to be verified. Okay, so verification of Green's theorem involves computation of both the integrals. Okay, so in exams more weightage will be given for verification of Green's theorem, like 12 marks. If it is only asked to evaluate the integral, that may be asked for 6 marks. Okay, evaluation of integral may be asked for 6 marks, but verification of Green's theorem may be asked for 12 marks. Is it clear? So read the problem 2-3 times in the exams, whether you are asked to verify Green's theorem, or whether you are asked to apply Green's theorem, or whether you are asked to evaluate the line integral. Evaluate the line integral, you have the choice, but apply Green's theorem, you don't have choice. Necessarily you have to apply Green's theorem. Verification of Green's theorem also no choice. You have to evaluate line integral as well as double integral, show that both are equal. Is that okay? Now we'll see second problem. Okay, we'll verify second problem by applying Green's theorem. Okay, so again verification of Green's theorem. Okay, so we'll quickly draw the curve. So our curve is a triangle, right? It's a triangle in xy plane. It's a triangle in xy. It's a triangle in xy plane, bounded by the like this, right? So this is 0 0. This is pi by 2 0. This is pi by 2 1. Let me call it as O A B. Let us give the orientation from O to A, B to A to B, and B to O. Let us shade the region. Let us shade the region which is inside C with like this. Okay. Let us call this as R. Let us call this as R. R is the shaded region which is inside C. So this is a C. This we are calling it as C, which is the boundary of the shaded region. Okay. Now what is given? Integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy. Integral over C. What is f1? Y minus sin x dx. Okay. Y minus sin x dx plus cos x dy. Cos x dy. Okay. So therefore, what is f1? This implies that f1 equal to quotient of dx. Quotient of dx is y minus sin x, and f2 is quotient of dy, which is cos x. So dou f1 by dou y is differentiating with respect to 1 with respect to y, partial differentiation with respect to y is 1, sin x derivative is going to be 0, dou f2 by dou x is sin x, it is going to be minus sin x because this is a partial derivative. Okay, so minus sin x. Okay, now compute the double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y, okay, dA. This is going to be double integral. What is dou f2 by dou x? Minus sin x minus dou f1 by dou y is minus 1. Okay. Now what is which order is better to take? Dy dx or dx dy? Dy dx or dx dy?
dx dx.
Huh? Dx dx dy.
dx dy.
So if we take dx dy, what are x limits? You have to draw a line parallel to. You have to draw a line parallel to x-axis. You have to draw a line parallel to x-axis. Okay. So it is entering through this line, leaving through this line. Is it same throughout the region? Remember, in multiple integrals, we did some problems on partitioning the region. Okay, when you're drawing a line parallel to x-axis or y-axis, make sure that it is always entering through same line, same curve. It is leaving through the same curve. Okay, so we are getting same lower limit, same upper limit. So so you don't need to partition the region. So it is entering through this line. What is this line equation? This line equation is y equal to,
Y equal
2
to
by pi
2
x,
by pi x.
but we want x value. What is x value? X value is going to be
Pi by 2 of y.
pi by 2
Y.
pi by 2 y, and leaving through this line. What is x value on this line? X value on this line is pi by 2.
Pi by 2.
And what are minimum and maximum values of y? Y varies from 0 to 1.
1.
Okay, now you integration of sin x is minus cos x minus or minus plus cos x, so 0 to 1 cos x, and integration of 1 with respect to x is x, so minus x with the limits from pi by 2 y to pi by 2 dy. So this is going to be 0 to 1, cos pi by 2 is 0, minus pi by 2 minus uh, cos pi by 2y, cos pi by 2y, next pi by 2y, right? Minus pi by 2y. With the you have now this you have to integrate with respect to y. So this is what? So minus pi by 2 into y, and minus pi by 2 into y. Okay, integration of cos is sine, so minus sine pi by 2 into y divided by quotient of y is pi by 2. Okay, and minus of minus plus pi by 2 into integration of y is y square by 2 with the limits from 0 to 1, with the limits from 0 to 1. Therefore double integral, okay, over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dx dx dy is equal to, what is the simplification we got? Upper limit is going to be minus pi by 2. Next, what is sin pi by 2? Sin pi by 2 value is 1. So 1 by pi by 2 is minus 2 by pi, and plus pi by 4 plus pi by 4. This is the upper limit, minus what is lower limit? What is lower limit? 0 into anything 0, 0 into anything 0. Sine 0 is 0, 0. Okay, so lower limit is 0. So simplification is minus pi by 2 minus 2 by pi. This is the value that we got previously.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I didn't simplify it or what? What is this? 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Minus pi by 4 minus 2 by pi. What is this actually? I think there is something mistake here. Okay, so this is going to be minus pi by 4 minus 2 by pi. I think there is some mistake here. See, minus pi by 2 we are getting. Did I do any mistake here? See, this is pi by 4. Pi by 4.
It's pi by 4.
Uh, Here, right? So minus pi by 2 is fine. Minus 2 by pi is fine. Plus pi by 4.
Plus
Okay.
pi by 4.
Plus pi by 4. Plus pi by 4. So minus pi by 2 plus pi by 4 is minus pi by 4 minus 2 by pi. Is it okay? So minus pi by 4 minus 2 by pi. Previously also minus pi by 4 minus 2 by pi. Therefore LHS equal to RHS. Therefore your conclusion is Green's theorem is verified. Okay, since integral over C f bar dot dr bar is equal to double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou. Okay. Now see how easy to do the next problem. In the next problem we did line integral over 4 straight lines and took the sum. But now you see it is a simple closed curve in xy plane. Whenever you have a simple closed curve in xy plane, you can simply convert this line integral into double integral. Okay. Now what is the advantage? This is a rectangular region. This is a rectangular region. For a double integral, all the limits of a rectangular region are going to be constants. Okay. So if I do this verification, it will be simple integration. Okay. So what is given now? Given is integral over C f bar dot dr bar equal to, okay, f1 dx plus f2 dy. What is integral given to us? X square plus y square dx. Okay, x square plus y square dx minus 2xy dy. Okay, therefore f1 is equals to x square plus y square and f2 is equals to minus 2xy minus 2xy. Okay, so then find out the partial derivatives. So what is dou f1 by dou y? Dou f1 by dou y is 2y. Partial derivative with respect to y. Therefore x is to be treated as constant. And what is dou f2 by dou x? Dou f2 by dou x is minus 2y. Okay, therefore what is double integral over R? Dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y. Okay, now what is our region of integration? Let me draw it quickly. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. O, A, B, C. Orientation is like this, and the points of intersection is 0, 0, A 0, power cut. Let me give the mobile data. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I switch it to the mobile data. So dou f by dou x. So dA. Okay. Now I want to write dy dx form. Dy dx form. This is going to be, what is dou f2 by dou x? Dou f2 by dou x is minus 2y minus dou f1 by dou y is 2y. If I want to write dy dx order, I have to draw a line parallel to y-axis. For y limits, I have to draw a line parallel to y-axis. So this is y-axis. Now you can see it is a rectangular region. Because it is a rectangular region, okay, because this is a rectangular region, all the limits are going to be constants. So it is entering through x-axis, leaving through this line. So y limits are going to be from, so what are these vertices? This is going to be a, b. So this limit, these vertices are at a, b, and this vertex is at 0 comma b. Okay, so y varies from 0 to b. Y varies from 0 to b, and x is varying from,
Go to A.
x is varying from 0 to a. Okay, so this is a 0 to a. Minus 2y is minus 4y. So minus 4 into y integration is y square by 2 with the limits from
0 to B.
0 to b. So this is going to be minus 2b square minus 2b square uh, integral from 0 to a dx. Okay, so what is this value? Finally minus 2b square into x with the limits from 0 to a. So answer is minus 2ab square. Minus 2ab square. Is this the value we got previously? See, minus
Yes, sir.
2ab square. Now 2ab square. Now see, our work is got reduced. With single evaluation, we are able to get the answer. Whereas in case of line integral, you need to compute 4 line integrals and evaluate, which was a hectic task. Okay. So instead of doing line integral on each line segment, you just find out the line integral over the region and get the answer. Okay. Therefore, your conclusion is Green's theorem is verified. Okay. So today we have seen how to apply Green's theorem if you want to integrate over a simple closed curves. Okay, so what Green's theorem says, when you have a simple closed curve in xy plane, okay, where the region R is inside the simple closed curve C, then if you want to integrate the function over C, the integral f bar dot dr bar says double integral over R dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y. Okay, so